Are we live? I don't know. Going live, you live. All right, we're live. Hello, YouTube. We are live. Now we're just gonna make Instagram live. I'm gonna push a button. Going back to our old setup because the other setup seemed to have lots of complication. All right, we're set up. Oh, I'm gonna move this white tray. That's not a good idea. Right in the Instagram chat zone.
Yeah, that's why I put on the.
All right, YouTube, welcome. Instagram, welcome. We're doing a live side-by-side tasting today.
Feels like my lips are really
Your lips are bright. And it makes me look like I have no lips. All right, welcome on YouTube. We're doing a side-by-side tasting today. We've got two teas. You can grab one, I'll grab the other.
Okay.
We've got Bai Ya Qi Lan in my hand, which is an Oolong from Pinghe. And we're going to do it side by side with Bai Ya Qi Lan, which is an Oolong that's falling out of the dish. Also from Pinghe.
Yes.
Both charcoal roasted. Correct me if I step out of bounds, but yeah, both charcoal roasted, different cultivars, same producer.
No,
different producer, same village.
Yeah.
Okay, because they were buddies. We got the one from this producer's buddy.
Our producer doesn't have a Bai Ya Qi Lan cultivar. So. Yes. Oh, hello, Xian Holiday.
Hello, Xian Holiday.
Instagram.
Brandon, hello
Brandon.
again. So yeah, side-by-side tasting, maybe a little, while we wait for the water to boil, I'll talk a little bit about Bai Ya Qi Lan, an interesting cultivar. I didn't know this, but when we were wandering around in Pinghe, you know, you meet the producer, you meet the producer's friends, you meet the roaster, you meet all the people in the village, really. And Jian Li had been looking for this cultivar for a while. It used to be more popular, more well-known. I'm talking about Bai Ya Qi Lan. And but it kind of fell out of favor, and it's a little bit tricky to find. So she was pretty excited when she spotted the cultivar, I think right outside their door, right?
Yes.
So it's kind of, usually they use it for their own tea, right?
Yeah, because it's hard to sell. It's not a famous cultivar. Nobody would buy that.
Right, but it has really interesting, it has the interesting property. Bai Ya Qi Lan means 8 immortals, and that concept means it kind of covers the flavor profile of a bunch of different oolong tea. So it has elements of Teguanyin, elements of Densong, elements of Xilan, elements of just a bunch of stuff. So it'll be fun to do side by side with one of my favorites, Bai Ya Qi Lan, which is like roasted to perfection. And I like to call it croissant in a cup, buttery, creamy. We'll get into the flavor notes later. So what are you guys drinking today? Maybe we can throw that out, see what if Brandon's got the kettle on, or Xian Holiday or anybody else. Let us know what you're drinking, and we will just have some tea together.
YouTube can see my snack before.
Oh boy.
That's what we use to clean our palate.
Yeah, that's our official palate cleanser. I didn't know why you said that.
I didn't.
Hide it. Hide the evidence. There we go.
Oh, it's here. Okay.
I feel like that's.
I don't want that.
I don't want it to fall on the floor.
Important asset.
It's okay. It's too late. They know. They know we're busted.
Oh, Instagram doesn't see it.
Oh. Shh. YouTube, don't tell them.
Okay.
All right, water's boiled. Time to warm it up. Oh, did you move my little leaves and put those there?
No, I didn't do anything.
Oh, they just fell from my breath.
We have a really nice table setup today, thanks to Phil.
I went a little crazy. I wanted to take a little picture. I don't know if you noticed, the thumbnail is a little bit fancier than we usually do. So I set up the table to do the thumbnail just for fun. I'm looking forward to this. We've already had our breakfast, which was waffles. I threw some matcha powder, some cooking matcha powder into the waffles, and some roasty toasty flaxseed. It's not what it's called. I just made that up, but it's like it's a flaxseed that's roasted, so it has a really nice roasty aroma and flavor. And the matcha, I could hardly tell, so it wasn't as matcha-y as I thought. So anyway, I'm saying that because we had breakfast and we had a little bit of tea with breakfast, but this is my first serious tea session of the day, so I'm super stoked.
Right.
Super stoked to get brewing. I was going to use 2 big guy ones, and yeah, I couldn't find the matching one. I did a setup today, so I really insist on matchy. So we had to drop down to our mini tasting ovens. These are way more appropriate for a side-by-side.
Those are mini ones. Just
50 mil.
See the size. It's really small.
Aren't they cute? I used to make fun of her because they're so tiny.
It's just perfect. You don't want to do side by side and end up with a lot of the tea. Though you can drink that later, but I felt like it's just too much.
And you use them too if you just want a quick sip. Like you know, you don't want to be at the tea table for like 30 minutes or something. It's also great for a quick sip. So they're pretty practical. I just like to make fun of them because they're little. Yeah, I must be a bullet. Ooh.
Which one is which again?
Oh, Hecha has a 50 ml too. Yeah. Do you find it handy? Oh, that's Bai Ya Qi Lan.
Oh, yeah. I love this one more.
Pretty
just
easy to tell
the
leaf
dry
apart.
leaf.
Oh, I wanted to point out the dry
quite
leaf
different,
too.
I have to say.
Really?
I found that this one is more toasty. That one has the sweet corn. It almost has that like really comforting.
I don't know if
this one has that roasty. I also like roasty, but I just this sweet corn thing is really like something
definitely more unique, right? It's a more elusive aroma. You don't get that as the roasty toasty is not so elusive. I want to go with that. Whoops, daisy.
Yes, Brendan is drinking a classic Earl Grey loose leaf, of course.
Nice.
I cut up the tea bag of Earl Grey and call that loose leaf.
And Hecha Holiday likes the 50 ml, sometimes more for finishing a sample. Yeah. Also great if you just don't have the right amount of tea.
Yes.
Hey, welcome. Instagram's lighting up. We got Misa Yen 2. Welcome. The On Hien 74. Welcome. And I am Chris Math. Welcome, Chris. I am Chris Math. Welcome all you Instagram folks. So we're brewing 2 teas side by side. It is Ba Xian on, I guess, I don't know which side, so I won't say, but this is the Ba Xian and this is the Bai Ya Qi Lan. These teas are both Oolong teas. They both hail from a little village in Fujian, south Fujian, almost right on the border of...
not just the south, the southwest, touching the Guangdong province.
Yeah.
Smell that, they're really different.
Now a bit of sweet corn, but with citrus, a little like citrusy honey citrus. Oh boy, that is nice.
I forgot how good that tea is.
Yeah.
We haven't had the Ba Xian for a while.
It has been a while. Yeah, kind of a honey citrus sweetness, really, really nice. Wow. And
because the last live session we talked about the side by side and stuff, so we're like, you know what? Let's just do one side by side live session, and we're like, which one shall we do? And we're both craving Bai Ya Qi Lan.
Yeah.
So to include that, then we were like, Bai Xian also come from the same region.
Yeah, so it makes for a nice comparison. The Bai Ya Qi Lan now, the aroma is keeping with the croissant theme. It's almost like a chocolatine. It's like a little bit of chocolate and sweet. Still with the buttery. Ooh, I really love this tea. Ooh, wow, that uncurled quick.
Right?
Our neighbors have some music on it. I hope you guys can't hear it too loud, but it's pretty funky. Speaking of music, we got enough people on. I'm going to talk about that project and see what people think of it, just to get a vibe. I've been thinking of doing another, I don't know if you guys follow my, there's a bit of a sub-thread we have, which is my tea original music projects, which include Welcome to Wu Yi Mountain, which is a really goofy song. I just made up a couple lyrics in the bus on the way to Wu Yi, Ba Xian. Oh, I didn't put out enough cups. What's the plan there? Are we just going to share the cups? Or should I get more? Well, what I mean by share is we drink that, then we put the other one in it.
Right. I think that works.
Sure.
Ronan says, hello there, people. Hello.
Hey, Ronan. And hey, G Senville 90. Yeah, I am Chris Math, says Bai Ya Qi Lan. That's nice. So what is this? This is a Ba Xian. It's a bit of a tasting. So I'm going to come back to the music project. Give me a sec. I got to taste some tea.
Soft, sweet flower.
A little bit of that sweet corn coming through too, yep. And then I got a bit of citrus that
really sweet. not in the taste like a sugar sweet, just the whole profile feels really sweet.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't know if it's because we had faux show recently on our other live that we did, but I'm getting more of the faux show element from this than I normally do, which is weird. Last time I had this, I remember I felt like it's more in the dancong elements were coming out. Now it's faux show. I don't know if it's the weather or my palate, probably my palate. But fun. Bai Ya Qi Lan is next. This is the liquor color of the Bai Ya Qi Lan. See if we can get that to focus. Get that to focus on YouTube, way up high in your screen. Yeah, I don't know. The Apple monitor always seems to render really close to real life. My phone monitor seems to be a little bit deeper. Always.
I see those comparisons with cell phone. Like our cell phone is Samsung, so Samsung seems to always have that vibrant, more vibrant.
Yeah, they're doing something to notch up the color, just like your lips are popping out.
Yeah, this the YouTube looks normal. Like in the live, I'm like a neon.
We have our old setup back. So in the first lives we did, we have basically our Instagram phone is sitting right in the center of our laptop monitor. Then we tried to put it up on a tripod behind the laptop, so the YouTube screen is not obscured. But so that's why we have to lean out to see the YouTube screen, or why I have to move the liquor over to see it. This is the buttery.
Creamy.
This is croissant in a cup. I love this tea. Buttery, creamy, nice mouthfeel. I'm really looking forward to infusions 2 and 3. Get those leaves open up.
Quite interesting.
Oh, that is nice. Like not licorice, but this has got a really deep.
This has more to. Like really just between the two, this has more like almost like a creamy-ish, more creamy. This one is more sweet, delightful sweet, not fruity sweet. It's a sweet that is not fruit related, but it's, I don't know, for me it's that corn sweetness.
Yeah, spicy sweet almost. Like I don't know. It's very interesting.
It's not very as a corn flavor as when I smell the dry leaf. But it has that unique thing.
It's coming off a little bit more complex for me. Like there's a lot of subtlety in here. A bunch of aromas. I still get that little hint of, it's not like a orange citrus. It's like it really is like a Buddha's hand. Just that fragrance of citrus. It just teases. It's not strong and penetrating.
How many grams of tea did you?
We got 4.2. I actually weighed it this time in each. They just by luck came out. I'm not usually, I didn't try to make them so close, but yeah, 4 grams in each 50 ml guy one. And it looks like a pretty good amount. They're filling up.
Oh, it's interesting that because when you have a side by side, even with floral notes, they're different floral. This one has floral notes.
Creamy floral, but thicker.
This is really like those delightful flower you would buy actually for that sweet floral scent, not just vaguely a flower that comes with scent. It's like
I don't know, like fruit tree flowers for me, like because it has that subtle sweetness. It's not booming, it's not fruity, but it's the floral sweetness.
I really love this floral. Like that's the kind of, it's like if that's a perfume kind of floral, I would like this. It's gentle, it's slightly sweet, it's really floral, and
it's powerful but not overpowering.
Yes,
right?
Yes, I really love this smell. Oh, they just cut down themselves.
This is just the buttery, creamy croissant. I love that. I love that. All right, so while we get another round of water going.
Oh, the music. Wow.
Music, yeah. No, H.A. Holiday says on the YouTube side, some oolongs remind me of donuts. I love that. That's a great one in terms of that. Sometimes maybe a bit more oily, creamy, thick. Yeah. I got to say, neither of these give me donuts. More croissant, like because of the heavy buttery aroma and texture. Yeah. All right, music project I've been thinking about. So welcome to Wuyi Mountain. Just a goofy thing I did, which we put a video on YouTube of, which is just a little country song about Wuyi, which is, I know, really weird. And then I did another one called Hey Chow to the tune of Hey Jude. So I'm thinking of doing another one, but I'm thinking of getting, if there's any musicians out there, I'm thinking of reaching out to see if somebody can do the guitar and we just, do this together online with GarageBand or whatever, something like that. So if any of you are musicians and are either out there watching now or you're watching this once it's posted, leave me a comment down below if you're interested in participating in it's just a goofy, fun project. Doesn't have to be pro. As you can clearly hear from my previous samples. Yeah. Shoot up the liquor color. Look at how close those are. Really beautiful.
Really similar, but in real life, this one, the Basian liquor, seems more
slightly deeper, right?
Deeper to a little bit more orangey than this one.
They're both amber gold, but the Bai Ya Qi Lan is a little push more to the gold, more to the yellow.
Right.
The Basian has a bit more of an orange tone.
Yeah.
But really close.
And
it's too quick.
Oh, too quick.
That was so sweet. So sweet. That sweet floral again on the lid. Booming sweet floral. And then I don't know. Oh, that is so interesting. Oh, I wonder if it's pomelo. Okay, I just remembered. That village is full. Like they do tea and they do pomelo. They may do other stuff, but in terms of the gardens,
those pomelos you will see in the market, 80% they come from that village, but at least that region.
Yeah. So their hills are full of the pomelo is the lower altitude. You go up a bit higher, it's all tea, and that aroma. They both have very different aromas, but that thread ran through it. That citrus floral, and I wonder if it's from the pomelo flowers. I don't know. No, but they come much later. I don't know, but they have that, Woo.
No, it's about the season because when we were there, they have baby pomelos on the tree.
Oh, that's right. So it would have flowered. Oh, that's true. Right.
Not sure. You can check it out. We have a vlog. Did we post? Yes, we have a vlog.
I think we have a vlog on YouTube about our visit in Pinghe. And if you check out our CHAREN magazine, we've got an article about the magic roasting of Bai Ya Qi Lan. It was just magical. I actually watched how so Jianli and Jen, I'm not going to take any credit, but let's just say myself, but Jianli and Jen work with the roaster and how they work together to figure out how to nail this tea. Check out that article if you're interested in tea processing. And also just kind of a bit of tea culture. Very interesting. Ronan, 5 minutes steep. Okay, let's just catch up on a few comments here. Hey, welcome everybody on, looks like Senville90 has joined on Instagram. Zavarkad is on Instagram too. Hey, welcome. And Matthew Ritson, welcome. Matthew Ritson. And then any questions or comments? Let's check it out. Light cake donuts. Sweet light cake. Yeah, HA Holiday is doing some tasting notes on the YouTube side. No musical talent here at all. No worries. Ronan, I'm steeping my choux-pu'er. Nice one, Ronan. Sounds delightful. And the Cynthia Rice, welcome. Brewing up a heavy roast Taiguanyin. Yummy. And choux-pu'er, he's down. Ronan's down to the 5 minute, the long steeps, the 5 minute steeps. And I see that Jan just joined. Ahoy, Jan. Fide. Hello, Jen and Phil. Ahoy, Jen, Afile. That's the check. And then in English, hello, Jen and Phil. Cool. Welcome, Jan. Welcome.
So my name is spelled T-H-E-N in...
No, it's a typo. Oh, maybe in Czech. Maybe
how they pronounce
Jen,
that?
Jen, yeah. I didn't think of that. I just assume it's a typo. Sorry, because no, T is not that close to Z. No citrus, just brand new Michael Jordan high top sneakers. Oh, the choux-pu'er, that's a tasting note. Okay, that's going to probably win for this live session, best tasting note of the day. He's drinking, I think that was a tasting note. Ronan, you can confirm if I'm wrong, but he's doing a long steep of a choux-pu'er, and he gives it a tasting note of brand new Michael Jordan high top sneakers. Yum. But it's so
Right?
funny how tasting notes can be like that. It's not necessarily a bad thing. You can let us know if it is or isn't, Ronan, because I'm not tasting it. But sometimes you get those tasting notes that
But
are
those kind of tasting notes, because you said a brand new Michael Jordan high top sneakers, I feel like that's an exciting tea already.
right?
Right?
Yes. And it's a pretty exciting aroma. Like it's not an aroma that makes you depressed. You must be pretty excited you got brand new Michael Jordan high tops, right?
Right?
Oh, it was a typo.
Oh, was a
Wasn't-
typo. Okay.
Thanks for the update. So Bai Ya Qi Lan infusion number, we're not
Two.
counting. Okay,
Mhm.
2, we are counting. Here's the liquor color of infusion 2. She really nails the consistency. So the Bai Ya Qi Lan is still a light gold, and we're both drinking the same one, so I can't say that. Yeah. Typical oolong, right? Infusion number 2 is like the woohoo! Oh, really vibrant, buttery. There's some life, like some really. It's not drying, but it's got a little mini bite. It's got a little, like tingly bite with the buttery.
It has a little citrus hit. The interesting thing with side by side is really bring out some elements we didn't. It didn't jump out to us when we're just having it by itself.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
And I don't know if you.
Yeah, let's give them a little hint of the
Right.
unfurling leaf. I'll grab the Xian.
Right. Brewing Bai Xian uncurl ball-shaped tea, they all look similar. If with the dry leaf, if you observe a little bit more, you will notice some are tighter shape, some are looser. So you have to adjust your brewing parameter in terms of the time with that. Like this one, if you notice in the first 2 infusions, I brew this one quicker. I put water in the Bai Ya Qi Lan first, then Ba Xian, then Ba Xian come out first, then Bai Ya Qi Lan. How I like to brew
She's
them.
tricky. I didn't even notice that at all, but that's just a subtle way to control timing.
Yeah, because I like to do side by side in terms of the intensity is about the same level rather than just the time at the same level, because the shape really affects how intense the liquor is. This jacket is hot.
And that's effectively you're being more fair to the tea, like you, and that's why we're so big on intuitive brewing, and we love the questions about what's the water temperature, what's the right time, and those things. Those are great ways to get started. But it is really important to kind of look at the leaf and react to how the leaf is behaving, and then react to what's happening in your mouth to dial in your brew. So. Yeah, I didn't notice your subtle brewing technique there. That is clever. But I did notice how the liquor colors are so consistent. And they're still, the Ba Xian is still a more orange, a little bit more orange. It's actually widening now. They were closer on the first infusion, which is not that surprising because people were not unfurled yet.
Okay. I know we're not supposed to do that, but oftentimes when we're drinking tea together at home, I would have... It's pretty terrifying for Phil, I know. As I would have a little quiz for him as why does that happen or stuff like that. Why?
Go ahead.
Why are the color different?
Why are the colors different? Okay, so to answer the question, I'm gonna think out loud, and so don't take this to
live training session.
Don't take notes because I might be full of crap, honestly. But the colors, so the question is, why are the colors different? So my first thing is I got to back up and say, how are the colors different? So we got a more orange on the Ba Xian. So that pushes me in the direction of one, oxidation level difference, slight more oxidation possibly on the Ba Xian. Do I taste that? Maybe ever so slightly. It has that sweet corny, but it's also a different cultivar.
We can drink as you.
The other reason can also be the roll. I don't know. I think mostly it's oxidation.
Why could that be roast? Because roast
it sure could be a roast.
That deeper color too.
Yeah, it can definitely be roast. Why did I go with oxidation? I don't know.
Well, first you're right.
Yeah, I didn't feel like the roasting. I felt like the roasting wasn't a big. The roasting's really well done on that tea. So I don't know. I don't know why. I just
It's not about well done or not. It's the intensity matters. What I mean is those really good.
It's coming out now. The
Right?
perfume.
It's really good in terms of
right, stinky socks.
Stinky sock.
We're gonna.
I call that stinky flower.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't have the sock like sweat stink.
Yeah,
it
you're
just
right.
Stink. It doesn't have the sour tartness that I would associate with stinky
it's like
socks.
stinky socks without the sour tart, which they might be going, wow, what does it matter with your feet? Oh, comments, look at that.
Oh.
Hey, Chahali, I got tagged to do 2 pu'er at once on Instagram, trying to decide which. Good luck. No, typo error, right? Ronan, just tastes just like squeaky basketball court. Oh, nice. That's a great tasting note. I love those. Hey, Holiday, I had a super young shoe that reminds me of hot dogs a bit. Oh, cool, right? The little.
Well, that was nice. If you have those hot dogs, steaks, and the tea tastes like steaks.
Okay, and then Jan had an issue getting honey notes in Milan Xiang. Then I compared 2 different side by side and I got it. Yeah, that's a big helpful. One more like flower honey, other has more like honeycomb note.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, so it side by side really does help with those subtleties that just when you're drinking a tea by itself might not be obvious.
Right.
And Jan was up to your challenge. He answered too. Darker can be more oxidized. Ding, 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 ding. Possibly also more baked. Yep, that's both of them. But I would go to more oxidation. It's a holiday. I usually get stinky flower from Yancha. Interesting. Isn't the darker one more fruity? Subtly so, I would say. Like it's not that fruity sweet though, but it's more sweet, but not actually in the fruity direction.
It's not quite
yet. It's just teasing that edge.
But it's going there. That's why. Yeah, you're really good. Like you didn't even taste the tea or anything, just based on our description. It's definitely because of the oxidation, not the roasting. Because like the process is we see that, and why first is what are the elements that could contribute to darker color. Usually is oxidation and roast. And why it's oxidation, not roast, is you got we work with the taste notes, right? It's the roasting that intensity, especially in comparison, they are about the same level. And if I have to choose, this one is slightly less roasted. It's a gentler roasted, but the color is also darker. Right,
which we noted right on the dry leaf out of the gate.
That's right.
Right.
And another thing to confirm on the more oxidized is the profile of floral and sweetness. Like we said, this one is more to the floral, less of that kind of sweet. This one is not yet fruity sweet, like to the darker oxidized, like Bai Ya Qi Lan, you know, 东方美人, Oriental beauties, they have more fruity notes, like a deeper oxidized. We have some testing, like our experimental batches of Tieguayins and other teas. Some of that you would think was Bai Ya Qi Lan because they start to have that note. Is because the
really fruity sweet,
really deep oxidizing in terms of the oolong. So that is this one. The Baxian wasn't quite there, but it definitely is more oxidized than this. And of course, if once we fully brew anything, and we can look at the brew leaf and also again confirm what actually caused this.
I got a tray, so stick around. We're gonna get touchy feely with the leaf in the end. So don't go away. I'm gonna pour you some Bai Ya Qi Lan. Pour me some too. And then I'm gonna get out of the way because here comes the hot water.
Still gotta boil for a bit. But I found that personally, how should I say? I'm not a big fan of using this small guy one.
In general or for the oolong?
For the oolong more.
That's why I gravitate to the big one too.
Yes, I didn't think too much because usually the good thing about me using this by myself and stuff is I pour that out. I don't use serving pot because this is the size of a teacup. So I pour that directly to a teacup, and that's one infusion. I like that. But when I do from the gaiwan to serving pot to teacup, and it's such a small quantity, by the time I drink it, it's higher than lukewarm, but it's not as
it's not hot. You don't get the full.
So I found that taste isn't what I fully enjoy. I'd like the water temperature to be higher, so more filling in my mouth.
Yeah. And then you have the option to sip it slowly to get the temperature spectrum, the way the flavor changes with temperature. But now we're just missing out on the top end. Maybe next time let's just toss these and just put the cups there and do the zzz. What do you? We'll do one at a time.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
I'm gonna do that.
These guys are out of here. We're gonna do the. I can't remember what that technique is called, but the. Actually, was it Pinghe where they just do that? They go zzz around and around.
They do that. It's a typical Chaoshan area, where the Gongfu cha, the modern Gongfu tea we know come from. They don't use serving pot. All times they only use 3 cups. If you have 5 people drinking 3 cups, do you do 3 like that in English?
You can do it. Okay. Everybody knows. I'll translate.
Yeah. If they have 8 people, 3 cups.
Europe.
Really cool. Europe. Oh, really?
Yeah.
What's the Canadian?
Chinese. Europe. There.
Okay.
3 in all the official languages. Chaozhou style. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, we were missing some, I think.
Yeah, we got to go back up a bit. Darker, more fruity. There we go. Brandon K pipes in on YouTube. After your last live stream, I went online and purchased 2 sharing pots so I can start doing some side-by-side tastings myself. Cool. Let us know how that goes. That is going to be fun. Brandon. Joseph Burton, welcome. I think that's Joseph Burton joining us. How is everyone today? Doing great here.
Yes.
And everybody else, chat on the YouTube line. I love that. And the Cynthia Rice says, I make all my oolong in teapots. I have a wood-fired teapot that I love.
Oh, cool.
Huh?
Wood-fired.
Wood-fired
in Chinese,
teapot.
we call that 柴烧.
Oh, like ours? Like the charcoal one, kind of?
No.
Sorry, I had to put some sunflower seeds in there because I spilled them and I didn't want to throw them. So there's sunflower seeds in my. That's my shupuar cup.
That's a 柴烧 or wood.
Okay.
They will have a glaze. Well, yours have glaze. This was like a similar kind of concept. I'm not
to your teapot. Sure. The Cynthia Rice. We're just wondering if that's what you're referring to. And there's some people joining. Hey, Jeff has joined on Instagram. McKenzie joined on Instagram. I'm going to back up. I think Dresden Mark, welcome.
We're just waiting for the water. So
welcome you guys on Instagram. We've gone back to our old setup. We didn't like the way the stream was so jittery last time. So I'm just going to say hi to a few folks and see if there's any question. McKenzie says it's common in Chinese culture. I think he's talking when we were talking about the Chaozhou style, the Chaoshan style brewing, using these small things you just said. And then he says something in Chinese that I can't quite read, but it ends with cha. Sun. And then he said sun. I don't know why sun. 3 cup.
Yeah, sun.
Right. Got it. Cool.
Okay.
All right, kettle is ready. The Cynthia Rice says wood-fired, sits in the kiln for a long time, made in Fujian. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Hey,
it also could have the ashes falling. This one, the ones we use to drink pu'er a lot. They have different unique patterns because how the ashes touch them and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know the gist of it.
Cole Weeb just joined. Hey, welcome, Cole. I'm glad you covered the gaiwan size. I've also seen other YouTube channels where they use a small gaiwan. Mine are 150 mil, and I wonder if the smaller ones provide a better experience. We were just saying these are a bit tricky with oolong because the leaf gets so big. But it's really all about the ratio. You just want to make sure that when the leaf expands, your gaiwan is just about full of leaf. If you can see, I'll just tip it a little bit so you can see the leaf is actually poking right up out of the gaiwan. So this is full of leaf now that it's expanded. And so for the rolled ones, you're about a third full of the dry leaf. And for strip ones, you're going to go like 2/3-ish. And when they expand, they'll fill right up.
Right. I would personally, when I drink, I actually like to have a little dome. Like literally, this is a full with the tip of the gaiwan. Slightly less than my preference, but it will work. If I have to choose between bigger gaiwan or small gaiwan, I would go with bigger because it's more versatile. If you want a personal, you just put less water. But this one cannot. If I have like 4 people, there's no way I'm just gonna brew the whole time to catch up.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So smaller and you lose heat fast. So it's really a personal size.
Yeah, very much. Or like if you're doing a bunch of tastings, if you're like us and you need to evaluate a bunch of teas in a row and you need to get through them, it also helps you get through them in a timely fashion. But yeah. And Bai Xian. I love the mouthfeel of this tea. So different. The mouthfeels are really different. This is buttery creamy. The Bai Ya Qi Lan is buttery creamy. This one is.
It doesn't have that creaminess, but
it has the thickness.
I think something really in common with this two tea is its aromatic profile. The style is a really sexy kind of aroma. You know, it's not those ice cream filling aroma. It's a little bit.
No, it's okay.
It's really weird. I know.
I do agree that they have that sexy, elegant. It's a bit elegant, and this one for me, this isn't really related to the aroma, but the mouthfeel is soupier. It's good, a nice thickness, but not creamy. It's more like a really nice broth, but the aromas are in that.
Start to have sweet potato.
Sweet potato, yeah.
Slightly. Like the meat part, not the roasting part.
I'm going to check out the lid. Yeah, I'm going to bring this into our rotation a bit more. This is really yummy. I forgot how yummy that is. And how, having those elements. Earlier on, we were talking about a bit of the story of Bai Xian. So the translation is 8 immortals or 8 gods or something like that. But the reason that it has that name is because it kind of shares elements from a bunch of the other cultivars, Tai Guanyin, Danhuang Dancong, and others. And I really do find that depending on your mood and the setting and maybe what you ate previously or whatever, this really does, you'll catch these different sort of phases and even as the tea infuses, it'll change. I've had a bit of a Dancong perfuminess a while ago, not so strong, of course, but so it just makes for a really fun experience. Lots of excitement.
So Joseph's version just switched to Instagram. Hello, Instagram. My power just went out. Oh, that's what you get for living in rural Ontario on windy days, I guess.
Oh boy.
Right.
Romantic. Yes. I think in terms of the aroma, I think that is a nice descriptor. If you were throwing that out when we were talking about the sexy aroma, I think romantic fits as well. It's that kind of sexy. It's not that other kind of sexy.
I like to describe tea like people's character. That's why I say sexy. You know, some people are more like approachable and sexy, but some people are more like when I mean ice cream, I mean a little bit distance. It doesn't mean it's pretty or not pretty in terms of the flow, like the aroma or something.
What else? We got some conversation going on. Cole Weeb says, when I'm not tasting a new tea, I use Yixing clay teapot. I have a dedicated teapot for every tea type. For Dancong, I brew Chaozhou style with the 3 cups. Oh, cool.
Do you drink 3 cups yourself? Like,
Heicha holiday.
Like
I use
shots?
a bunch of pots too, but for some teas I like glazed finish. Yeah.
Right. Oh, look at that. Yan says, with a small guy one, you can possibly save more tea as you cannot put much in it.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Definitely helpful.
we
for
would
that.
do that too.
Ayo, sorry, didn't turn off my alarm. Ta-da! I'm always having some. It used to be my computer yelled out the time at the top of every hour. Now it's my random alarms. Ayo, it's always something. So Joseph, and yes, I do. I forget what we said, but McQuenzie said, yes, I do. Oh, definitely getting a little bit of a tea buzz here.
You want chip?
No, I'm good. I want a buzz. Oh my gosh. Speaking of buzz, I don't know. I see there's somebody from rural Ontario. Joseph Burton just switched to Instagram because the power went out. So I know we've got folks from the Czech Republic, folks from all over. We're up here in Ottawa, Canada. It's the capital of Canada. It's pretty far north. I'm just going to talk about the weather for a second because we were so happy yesterday. It was blue skies. I think we hit 15 degrees Celsius. So if you're down south, we were chatting with our friend Greg the other day, who's in Texas, and he's like, "Oh, it's 93. I'm so not ready for summer." And I asked him, "Please never discuss the weather with me again." Because it's unbelievable for me to hear somebody's in 33-ish degrees C, and that day it had snowed here, and stayed on the ground, okay, and had a little blizzard, like the visibility dropped and everything. It was really, and in the spring that's terrifying. I don't know if you can relate to that, but so yesterday we had hot, sunny. We did a barbecue. Did we splash on Instagram about that? I don't know. No. Anyway, no, we didn't. So. We're not obliged to put a little bit of our life on Instagram, but sometimes we feel like we have to. Anyway, yeah, we had a barbecue. We were outside, sit outside and brewed some tea, which we're super looking forward to getting back to.
Yeah, like Canada for me, 2 seasons here in Ottawa. It's an indoor season and outdoor season.
That's right.
When it's tolerable, like 5-10 degree, all I want to do is be outside. Maybe we can do some live outside more. Yeah,
we did that. Remember, we had a little warm burst.
Oh, because our total pot was so slow to boil.
Yeah.
We gotta put more charcoal.
Yeah, we ran out of charcoal yesterday because we had a barbecue. So I used up the rest of our charcoal, and then I threw a birch log on the barbecue, and it ended up smoking our supper really wonderfully. It was just a lucky shot. So that worked out really well. Nice. So Joseph says, yesterday was so nice. Had some nice 2016 Xian outside. Yeah, see, Canadians are flocking outside yesterday because I think Joseph's in rural Ontario. Yeah, I swear Xian tastes a million times better outside. Yes,
yes,
I concur. Especially after a Canadian winter, everything tastes better outside.
Yes. Yesterday was so nice. We have a neighbor set up
a PA system. He had a mic out. He had a couple speakers on the lawn, a mixing board, and he and his wife or partner or whatever. So they're both playing acoustic guitars and singing.
Just on their lawn, in front of their door.
And a bunch of neighbors had gathered around. Of course, they were well spaced out, but they were just like kind of on their own lawn or one across the street, and just kind of. I think people are so sick of being pent up, and we had nice weather. They just want to get out and respect.
And somebody was juggling.
Yeah, somebody was watching the show and just juggling. I think he probably taught himself to juggle this isolation, but people are just looking for something to do. They were really well respecting the social distancing rules. It was totally harmless in that regard.
Really sweet to have that in the neighborhood.
Yeah, and it was really nice to walk outside. You hear the music, and I was the same as somebody was walking by. I said hello, and they're like, "We're following the music." We were just like the Pied Piper. It make you want to go there and just relax a bit.
And people are doing gardening in their yard. It's just so nice.
And so I'm going to read some comments now. I used to live in Ottawa and Winnipeg, so I understand. So that's Brandon K. So both of those are extremely cold cities. And Brandon
Winnipeg is even worse than Ottawa. Am I right?
It sort of doesn't matter at a certain, when it gets to a certain bad, who cares?
True.
It's deadly to go outside for part of the year, so that's good enough. Cole Weeb says, yes, I go from cup to cup. I don't filter and really like the viscous nature of a good dancong. Indeed. Yes. Oh, that's our tea snack.
I'm clean my palate.
We were joking about that because somebody mentioned that the other day, that they heard of almonds are good or various things are good. I've heard parsley is good, but we don't do that very often, except the Lay's. That's our palate cleanser. So that was our joke this morning. So what is, and Hecha Holiday says, it's been raining here on and off for the past week. I expect another week or so of rain at least. Right. Spring, what do they say? April showers bring May flowers. So hopefully that's on track for you. You got one more week of rain and then May flowers time. Ding, 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 ding. Nice 2016. Do you think the mood and environment influence the result of the tea in your body? Yeah, 100%. I think so. I think there's a limit to what they can do, but tea is to me is a really environmental thing. Like a lot of things are, but I think the experience matters. I do. And tea can you can use tea to alter your mood, obviously, too. If you take, that's the cool thing about tea, right? If you're, I don't know if you ever do this, but if you're a bit down or you've got a bit of a problem that you're really struggling with, sometimes I use it like a meditation, not quite so fancy as a meditation, but it forces me to kind of take some time, set up my little environment like this, set up a little environment. And even if I'm not consciously thinking this is why it's good for me, you're actually taking some time for yourself and just make your quality of life better. It's like a little bit of self-care or self-love or something. So I think that's another way that, like, it's a bit of a twist on your question. It's more how tea can push you into a nicer place. But I think definitely when we have tea outside and brew that in our clay teapot, and there's so many factors. Some of it's just the environment and the mood, maybe the fresh air, maybe it's reacting differently. But also we boil water. I was going to mention in that clay kettle that has the charcoal, and I swear that water tastes better. It works really well with almost every tea we brew with it. It just tastes, I don't know if it's because it boils slowly over that charcoal heat. Maybe it's the clay working with the water. I have no idea. Why. I don't know if there's any scientific
somehow
reason.
Just tastes better.
It's so good. And it could be the environment impacting that too. So who knows? Watavi tea, welcome. And McQuenzie, emotional relief. And I was watching I watched Eric Scott. So Eric Scott's kind of a tea, he is a tea scientist. Sorry. He is a tea scientist. But
he just finished a PhD. He's a doctor.
Dr. Eric Scott. And his whole dissertation is on YouTube. So if you're into some of the nerdy, fun, sciencey elements of tea, check that out and probably give him a follow. He does Tea Science Tuesdays. I think he's still doing that, or kind of whenever he can. He's obviously was getting ready for dissertation recently, so very busy, but congrats to him. Check him out. And what was the other thing I was watching? Oh, I did a bit of, because we had the GABA chat on our live. We ended up getting into GABA, so I watched another thing on L-theanine. So there is this sort of chemical effect tea has on you, which is what did the guy say? It is a relapse. It's not a. Anyway, it makes you mellow, but it doesn't make you drowsy. I forget the scientific word, but like a lot of the things that make you mellow are also make you tired. But L-theanine makes you mellow without being tired, and even has a bit of caffeine. So bing, 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 pick you up a bit. Anyway,
everything is a bing, bing, bing.
I don't know. I'm just obviously a little bit having too much fun here. Let's check out YouTube. Where were we? All my flowers. But oh no, higher. We have 18C. Oh, over in Czech Republic. Okay, get a little bit higher. Go from cup to cup. There we go. It's been raining here. There we go. Jan. Now we have 18 degrees C, partly cloudy. Good for repotting in the garden. I'm trying to start some bonsai trees. So I like spring. I'm full of expectation. Yes. We're at that lovely phase here. All the none of the trees have leaves, but they all have buds now. And the whole thing is about to turn that bright, lively green, but it's not there yet. So it is pretty exciting. We were looking at the trees on our walk yesterday.
Oh, I really hope everything goes back. I just, when the spring comes, I just want to go out and play. We were really excited for Toronto, the gym. Not gym. What is that called?
Oh, there's like an indoor playground for grown-ups.
Yeah. Oh, funny thing though. I don't know if I can say that.
You can say it, yeah. She called it, what did you call it?
I call that what?
Adult entertainment. She's like, I want to go to an adult entertainment place in Toronto.
No. The story was this. There's a place.
I'll make sure she's telling the truth.
Yes, I read this back then somewhere on the post. They have this full, adult have fun obstacle courses and stuff. So I'm super excited, but I don't know the venue name, how to search for them and stuff. So I look online. I don't want to say, like a park or something. I want to say it's for adult. It's not for kid. I don't want to end up with a kid search result. Right. So I put on an adult fun. Then Google suggested adult entertainment as first. I was like, okay, yeah, that's entertainment. Yeah,
that's about right. So she clicks through, and you can imagine the search
results.
And
it's full of Toronto gentleman club suggestion. Right. That was like, so I guess adult entertainment is very specific.
Yeah. Brandon is laughing pretty hard. So yeah, but they have these. So we're looking forward to that. It's a bit of an indoor activity, but I
hope they can open by the time.
Yeah, they'll open soon. And I'm gonna go back to the comments, but that was hilarious. So we're looking to go have it's like an adult playground, basically, is what it is. They've got a ball pit, they've got hoops, they've got jungle gyms.
Like climbing too, but at some point you want to add. I want to add more
jumping. They got trampolines.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they got all kinds of cool stuff. So, H Holiday says all my flowers, but the tiger lilies have already finished blooming. Now it's all the trees pouring off pollen. Wow, I can't remember where exactly you are, but I have to say I'm quite jealous. We have a nice apple tree on the lawn. We'll definitely pop some pictures up of it when it blooms, but it's getting close. But it's got probably another 2 to 3 weeks before.
Oh, I remember every year is in June.
Oh, it's late May, June.
Oh, no, late May.
Late May, June.
Late May, because I missed that when I come back.
Yeah. She's super excited because she's actually here this year. She's going to see it. It's going to be awesome. And then Kelly I says, sorry, I came in late. Don't worry, Kelly, welcome. What is the tea? The tea to water ratio? We've got a 50 ml gaiwan with 4 grams of rolled oolong. Bai Ya Qi Lan here, Fujian here. We're on infusion. I have no idea. And yeah, that's what we're doing. Ronan, you seem to have fun making these videos. No, we hate it. No, I'm just kidding. We do love it. We don't just do it because we're gonna have the tea anyway, so we might as well have the tea with you guys. What I was surprised is first people came, so thank you guys for coming.
Yeah,
I didn't think anybody would come. And second, I love that we've got people from Czech Republic. I think H Holiday told us. I think Virginia. Yeah, Virginia. Okay, cool. Virginia. It's been in the past. We've had people from Portland, Oregon, so the Northwest.
California.
Different places in Canada, including Toronto. Where else? Oh, even Kuala Lumpur was on the other day. Holy cow, right? So it's super fun, that aspect. So you get to see how tea is, it's kind of uniting.
Now I know to say ahoy.
And she learned some Czech, so how to say hello in Czech. It's really fun. Oh, Germany is often here. I think Dresden Mark is on, who's from, I think, Cologne.
It's very dangerous when you learn a foreign language and you can say hello. Because when we're at a Montreal festival, I try to stick with English. Because sometimes everybody is like bonjour, bonjour, and as soon as I said bonjour, they thought that I know French and start to switch. So
they go
French.
Da, 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 and ask a big long question.
Sorry, that's the only French word I know.
And Brandon K says the experience is part of the reason why I love tea. I think that's true, even if people don't consciously know it. I really think That's why tea is the second most consumed beverage on the planet. Water is the first most consumed because if you don't drink it, you die.
Oh, this is nice.
It's really the florals popping, huh? I've sort of, that gave me chills. But yeah, I really do, Brandon, I think you nailed it. I think whether you're conscious that the experience is phenomenal or not, I think it really is.
This has that...
Our brewing time by feel? Kelsey, good question. So if you check the back earlier, she's really fancy. So we have yes, the short answer is yes. And we encourage you, and I did encourage at that point, to try and get a brewing time by feel is a good way to go. And liquor color is your guide, right? You learn what is the target color you're looking for in the tea, which the flavor will also help guide you. And then you just go by feel. And so here's how she's got the good feel though. This was a slightly tighter rolled oolong than this. So she pointed out after several infusions, but she had been doing that for some time. She put the water here first, then puts the water here, but empties that one first and then this one so that we're getting the same intensity of infusion. So wow, fancy. I was like, wow, she's amazing. But yeah, we do it by feel, and we got tons of videos. If you're new to tea, I don't know where you're at all in your tea journey, but check out, we've got plenty of sort of brewing and how to brew videos, which will really hopefully help you get a little bit of specifics in terms of ratio and timings and water temperatures, but also hopefully, even more hopefully, help you nudge towards getting that feel yourself so that you can be liberated from thermometers and liberated from scales and just make a good cup of tea.
It's a lot of most of the time when we brew tea and when we do, learn how to brew tea, it's a category based. Then we know a little bit more. Okay, under the same category, there are different tea types. For example, Longjing brew different than Biluochun, or Tieguanyin brew different than Yancha. But even just talking about the tea itself, you have a different place make the tea, the origin. Most importantly, related to the brewing is the process. Some, like in this case, for example, is how tight they're rolled, then also affects that. But different producers do Tieguanyin differently. You might also need to do a little bit of adjustment to the brewing.
Absolutely, yeah. Every tea kind of needs its own approach, and if you just keep the temperatures and times for every one of them, it's just an overwhelming amount of data to manage, when I think people are much better at using intuition to achieve results than using data, So I noticed that you made the Xian and the Bai Ya Qi Lan, so let's show them the liquor color of these again. So they've stayed consistently.
This shows a little bit more different.
Yep, they're popping more, but both of the intensities have gone down a bit. The bus, because we're on infusion number N, where N is greater than sort of 5, I think. But
for sure.
So we've got still a bit more orangey for the Xian. This is the Bai Ya Qi Lan over here. Wiggling my finger, don't spill that. And we're having a good time. Somebody pointed that out, and yes, we are.
Yes.
Then we've got an OMG because you told them about your Google search for the adult entertainment in Toronto. For those of you who just joined, that's not what she was looking for. They have this playground for grown-ups with all kinds of jungle gear that we're really eager to go there after the isolation period is over and when they're reopened. Everybody got a kick out of that. I think you watching from Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Oh, that is so awesome. So Kelsey's dialed in, that's how old I am, right? Dialed in. Kelsey has connected from Fort Campbell, Kentucky. That's awesome. And thanks for joining, everybody, and thanks for letting us know where you're from and what you're brewing. If you are brewing a tea right now, let us know what it is and throw up some tasting notes. Then Jan says, what did Jan say? The tea is nice. This tea is nice because you can spend some good time with it. Spend some good time with it and relax. I can never relax with coffee, but sometimes I enjoy it as well. Yeah, same here. Same here. Have to run, have fun. Okay, bye-bye, H. Holiday. We probably missed you, but if you watch this again later, we said bye-bye officially.
Official.
Official goodbye. Goodbye. There we go. More official.
Look
And
at this.
Watavi T joined. Hey, welcome Watavi T. And Rob's 3575 joined. Oh, a bunch of new people joined. Instagram is just a
Right.
joiner.
You're dying soon in 18 seconds.
Oh, we have 20
Oh.
seconds left on Instagram.
Power outage caused
Right?
by a grass fire
Up
up
the
the
road.
road.
Luckily, it's raining. So I hope you're safe, Joseph
Yeah.
Burton. And I hope the rain puts that fire out. Instagram, we're going to say goodbye. If you want to keep sipping with us, we're going to be on YouTube for a few more minutes. But bye-bye. I had to speed up.
Bye-bye.
I had to speed up. It was 1 second. They give you this terrifying countdown.
Right?
Are you sure you want to end your live video? Yes, you made me. Am I sure? I don't have a choice. Dumb question. Instagram.
I don't like Instagram
I don't
live.
like Instagram at all. Goodbye, Instagram. I like you people on Instagram, but I don't like Instagram. Did you say Instagram live? I don't like anything about Instagram. Sorry if you're watching.
Instagram is better than
Instagram people.
Facebook for me. That's why I don't do Facebook. Facebook is too confusing. I don't even know how to use that. Oh my God. Everything.
So she doesn't like
Everything.
insects. So doing this kind of comparison is like picking what's your favorite insect that flies, right? It's just they're sure it might be.
It's
a little
not a
bit-
tea. We're talking about social media.
Yeah, we're talking about social media. This tea is really good. We're on Infusion a lot.
Mm.
And we've been doing a side-by-side of Bai Xian
Yeah.
and Bai Ya Qi Lan. For those that joined later, these teas come from the same village, different producer, different
Mhm.
cultivar, both charcoal roasted. True or false? True? I think
Yes.
so. Both charcoal
Yes.
roasted. And a little bit disappointed. I should have been able to taste that. I kind of tasted it, but I wanted to verify before I made it fact.
No, it's not a charcoal
Mhm.
toast like as a very prominent
Not at
flavor
all.
that you can say, oh, this is charcoal, this is electricity. It's not obvious like that. at
That's
all.
right.
Okay.
So then Haisha Holiday had to run. Hi there, greetings from Mexico City. Get out. Welcome, Gabriel Royas. I don't know if I pronounced that right. I'm trying.
You're just showing off.
I'm not showing
I
off.
cannot
I probably
pronounce that.
butchered the poor guy's
I don't
name.
know how to do that.
It's so funny, Gabriel, because I was just saying how one of the things somebody earlier commented that we seem to always have fun. And one of the things that is, first, we didn't think this would be fun, right? We didn't do live.
Before we start that, I really like,
We just dread it. But actually, it's fun because of you guys who come out and ask questions, tell us what you're brewing, which, by the way, Gabriel is brewing a ZhenTea right now. So yummy. Springtime. Oh, and he's in Mexico City. Really
Right.
not springtime. I guess you're
this
in the.
is summer.
It's hot. I don't know if it's summer, but we're so happy here, Gabriel, because we got 15 degrees Celsius. So you can laugh now. And Yin Yan in Czech Republic. So Mexico City to Czech Republic. Boom. Have you ever had cold brewed, or better say cold drip coffee? One of the best coffee for cold brew is from Kenya. Very juicy and fruity. Interesting. We experimented with that for a while. Do you remember when we were doing it with the nylon?
Yeah.
We were using a nylon filter, which I'm trying to make sound fancy, but it was really literally the end cut off of stockings. And we would stuff that with the coffee and let that in the fridge overnight, and then remove the coffee. And it was okay. It definitely took away the strong bitter that coffee can sometimes have.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say I loved it, but we might not have had good coffee. I don't know.
Right.
We also experimented with cold brew. We got a cold brew bottle a while back as a gift for doing a little chat at one of the local schools here in Ottawa at Algonquin College. Really nice gift from Susan Peterson. Really nice of her to share that with us. So we tried it out with white tea, and we felt like the mouthfeel was really punished.
I think cold brew, like cold brew, hot brew, they all have what is good for and limitations. What I felt for cold brew is ideal for not seasoned tea. I mean blended with those, because those ones you smell them, they have either additives or their ingredients used is really powerful. So with cold brew, they still have a very, very aromatic elements there. It's not gone. It's still very potent. You smell that, it's great. And it's cold brew, so you drink it. It's not bitter or astringent. It take away that if and most blends do use lower grade tea, right? So when you brew with hot, the liquor would be bitter or astringent or flat. It hides the shortcomings of the tea, while emphasize on that refreshing aroma. Well, what we tried was our Bai cake. And what that happened is with the cold brew, we did like a 24-hour-ish in the fridge. So the mouthfeel is not there. The creaminess, the thick, different, the multitude of mouthfeel wasn't there. The aroma was much tuned down. Of course, it's not a bitter or astringent, but with our white tea, even with boiling water, it's not.
You can literally boil the tea and it won't be bitter or astringent. So that wasn't a risk.
I think it's just depends which tea. We don't usually do much with our tea. Yeah,
that's right. Now we use the bottle to do hot brew, which is super. It looks really good. We'll do that someday. I think I said I would that before, so I'll keep saying it, and you have to keep watching till I finally do it. But someday we'll show you our. Well, you've probably seen it in our how to brew videos. We use it often.
And we also did that once. I thought. No. Okay. No. Do you know what he say?
No. So Ronan, yesterday I was playing cards and brewing gong fu for 3 others at the same time. You should be proud of yourself. With Gaiwan and the hand of cards. That's pretty impressive. Yeah. And now I'm pretty impressed, but I'm not fully impressed unless you won. If you won and brewed Gaiwan brewing while playing cards, now I'm apex. I'm at the pinnacle of impressed. I'm sure it was tricky. Yeah. The nice thing about these little Gaiwans too is I don't know how are you doing a long steep? I feel like there's liquid in here. You can totally manipulate them with one hand, right? You can switch from pick up to get I pour like this, or I guess you could always pour with one hand if you just do this thing. Right? But
this one will be really.
Anyway, shall I dump it? Are we ready? Let's let him go. You want to do the other one? Ooh, he's stucky. We'll do the same thing. Xian on the left. We're lucky we can share cups too. We kind of went from having our own cups and alternate.
Ooh, I did tea and chips. Oh. No good. It's gross. Oh, I feel like I'm eating detergent.
Serves you right. So this is a SmackDown kind of thing, right?
Roland said right. No, I lost.
Okay, I'm still impressed, dude. I'm still impressed.
It's just annoying, right?
It just notched down my. What were you playing? Just out of curiosity, what card game? If you're SmackDown is still good. This has still got lots of life.
This one has a longer life.
Yeah, it's got that Dantong aroma, but in the liquor, not so much floating up in the nose, but it's got a nice. Anyway, for me, that's got the Dantong element. This still has some butteriness. And even though we brewed them so many times, they both have a little hit of bitterness with a quick cleanup. Really nice. These are lively teas. Rummy. Cool.
The leaf smells really good.
Oh, let's play with the leaf now. Okay, if you stuck around to the end, you are in luck because we are going to play with the leaf. I'm gonna put this on my coaster and put this here, and we're gonna share with you. I don't know what we're gonna do. We're just improvising, obviously, but you want to just dump them both out? Yeah. Oh, look at that ball! This one came out just like a ball.
Gotta separate them.
You go ahead and set. You got the tools. You can separate.
I got the tool. Feels so satisfying to destroy that ball.
Yeah. It's always fun to have a poke around your leaf when you're done with it. Look at it, it's still pretty curly. Could have brewed that a bit more.
Yeah. The both tea can keep brewing, but we had a lot of infusions, and we don't want to have a 2-3 hour session.
Yeah, a 3-hour live session.
And very likely after this, I'll just put them together in a mug and give them more steep.
Right. I just had another idea for a live. Remember, so somebody last time shot out the idea of a tea spelling bee, which I think is a great one. That's a nice short one, like 45 minutes, 1 hour, do a tea spelling bee, get participants and give out a prize or something like that. That would be so fun. Another one could be a fundraiser tea marathon, 12-hour tea marathon. Raise money for some charity. Anyway, scary. Too long. Baby don't like that at all. So I saw your face.
It's so scary. 12 hours.
So look at that. That's pretty good. I think that's pretty focused for you guys.
Does that show like a?
I think they can
good
see.
enough?
Yeah. Which one is which?
The color, honestly, with the screen, it's really minor difference. But this one, you can see it's more oxidized, and this one is less oxidized. But this one is more roasted, and this one is less roasted. Which
throws it off a bit, right? It's subtle. Yeah. And we tasted that. So we're coming back to one of the tasting notes we hit on earlier. Oops, I'll hold that up so YouTube can still see it.
Yeah.
So again, it's still the Xian here and the Bai Ya Qi Lan here.
The screen doesn't show us as good. The nuance of the color.
Yeah, it's pretty
a little
subtle.
bit challenging.
Yeah, but anyway, we just wanted to show you that we play with our leaf. And I don't know if there's we can find any. They're still pretty curly. To get a leaf out, but maybe we can see the cultivar too. There's a Xian. Oh, pretty good, pretty good. A little bit torn, but on the lid. See if I can find one.
This still needs to brew a little bit more. It's very it's not quite as open. Yeah. Especially in a small guy one.
I gotta help it out a bit.
Well, that's pretty nice.
So here's the leaf.
It really doesn't show. What about this?
I don't know.
Is this better? And the way it's for the, I don't know. But you can see the little difference. This is just one of the leaves. It's slightly more oxidized as the color is more to the reddish side on the edge. This is more evenly, but because of the roasting, the whole color feels dark, right?
Yeah, yep.
And of course, in real life, it shows even more clear.
All right, guys. So that was our live side-by-side Bai Ya Qi Lan, Xian, 2 teas from Pinghe. You can read about these teas, about Bai Ya Qi Lan in CHAREN magazine. Link is down below, or it will be. And what else? And you can check out, we did a vlog of our visit to Pinghe. So if you're interested to see more about the village, check out that vlog. It's on our YouTube channel somewhere, and I'll link to it as well once I get done with this video. But we're going to wrap up and get some lunch. You guys stay safe. Have fun. Maybe see if anybody said anything. You us both looking at me. Best leaf inspection ever. Oh, thanks, Roni.
Thank you.
And thank you all for joining. And stay safe, and we'll see you next time. Keep steeping, guys.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
I'm gonna